Hey, what is going on, everyone? This is your boy Tanvir Syed, the Bengal Dragon. Make sure to hit that like, subscribe, and bell notification buttons, as all your support really helps this legally blind YouTube content creator to remain motivated to continue making a variety of different type of videos in this channel, and through the YouTube algorithm would really help this channel grow. Now, I wasn't planning on making this video or making any video until the Parasite Eve video. Sorry, but things happen, okay? Every now and then you come across something that demands at least your 2 cents on it. Okay. Um, I am keeping an eye on the ICC World Cup qualifiers for the Cricket World Cup 2023. Okay. And I will present another scenario as well where there can be another team that comes out of this in the final tournament, and that is just fan theory, or that is just a hypothesis rather. Apparently, West Indies and Netherlands, they had a match, and West Indies scored 370, I think, or 374. And Netherlands also scored 374. But in the super over, Netherlands scored 30 runs off of Jason Holder. And the batters to come out for chasing down 30 runs in 6 deliveries. Nicholas Pooran was not qualified, but you had Johnson Charles, and you have Shai Hope, someone who is a craftsman, someone who is not a big hitter. Johnson Charles and Shai Hope. Kyle Myers was injured, so he was not in this side, or he was not playing. You could have put in Shamar Brooks. You could have put in Jason Holder, who have experience in clearing the boundary. But West Indies lost both wickets. There was some talk about Romario Shepherd coming back and whatnot. Okay. I listened to this thing called, I believe, the Caribbean Cricket Cast. It's basically 2 guys based off of London, England, I believe. And by the way, guys, great opening to your episode today, with the Undertaker theme music. With the old gong Undertaker, the dead man Undertaker entrance music. Great opening. Okay. They mentioned Romario Shepherd came back and got out twice in 2 deliveries. And this guy is supposed to be a national cricket team player. Great. Okay. And yeah, I feel bad for West Indies cricket, man. Like, me personally, I don't think West Indies cricket was on top of the world long enough to actually have a big impact here in the United States. Because if West Indies cricket was profitable for an extended period of time, I really think, especially given, the modern day cricket, it would have seen some type of market in the United States. And cricket overall would have seen some type of market in the United States. Those people, they call United States cricket, their team a bunch of jabronis. Well, given their performance, you can't really complain. I mean, USA cricket is apparently recruiting people from all over the world, all the left out people. Apparently from Bangladesh, Abul Hassan is here. Nasser Hussain is planning to come here. This is what I heard. You might want to throw in Shamsur Rahman, Shaumo Sarkar, if he doesn't work out in the Emerging Asia Cup. You might want to throw those names in the mix as well. Okay, excuse me, but still, how do you score 374 against an associate nation, and apparently an associate nation whose full strength team is not available because a lot of them are busy playing county cricket or they just walked away from cricket. How do you score 374 against an associate nation and lose whilst you're the full member test playing nation? Darren Sammy, the current coach, he said it right that he inherited this team. He did not select this team. He found a team that he had to coach, members of which he might not approve of personally for their presence. He might not want a few players in his selected 11. Okay, and that's what led me to believe that maybe these players are not that talented. Maybe individually they have skills, but they don't have the mindset for ODI cricket. Maybe even T20 cricket. They just don't feel like it. Okay, they recommended, Jason Holder maybe should retire from ODI cricket. I mean, Ben Stokes did it. That's not a bad idea. Like in a match like this, Nicholas Puran, I believe the third fastest century in ODI for West Indies, and he's not an opening batsman. He comes in at the lower middle order. He scored, I believe, 104 not out. Okay, Brandon King, Johnson Charles both had half centuries. And you lose. How do you lose after scoring 374? Had New Zealand scored 1 run more, I believe this was in the cricket cast as well, it would have been the second highest ODI score ever chased down. West Indies were that team against which that record almost happened. It didn't happen just by 1 run. And that too against Netherlands. Now, I'm not, trying to condescend to Netherlands. I honestly think that amongst the associate nations, Netherlands are one of the stronger sides, and cricket in Europe, if another team has to get, full test playing status, I think it will be the Netherlands next. But this is embarrassing. It's to the point where, like, the younger generation, they view watching West Indies cricket as a joke. And the cricket cast guy, how did he put it? Like, you can't watch West Indies cricket and try to draw tail, or try to draw gal. Sorry, yeah, like the girl think you're crazy watching West Indies cricket. I'm like, okay, draw girl. That's a new one. I've actually never heard. So thanks. It's gotten to that point where if you are seen following West Indies cricket, people will laugh at you. Because why are you supporting a team that have gotten better in losing than winning anyways? Yeah, the cricket cast, Caribbean cricket cast people, they were right. The psychological mindset is that West Indies are good at losing to the point where they know how to lose from a winning position. Just look at the match against Zimbabwe. I believe like Sikandar Raza was dropped twice and he ended up being the highest scorer of the match. And by the way, Zimbabwe, it is so refreshing to see Zimbabwe re-emerging, and hopefully this will spearhead, growth of cricket in the African continent. Because honestly, you can't just have South Africa, which is apparently, I think they're almost at the lowest point that they've been in terms of ODI cricket anyways. So cricket in Africa overall needs like more performances, more positive performances. You talk about the ICC revenue model and whatnot. Listen, you guys have to prove yourselves that you guys can generate some money on your own, and that will happen if you guys keep winning, because people will not pay money to watch you lose. People pay money to watch you win. But yeah, at this rate, okay, people say that many years ago or a few years ago, Afghanistan also went to the Super Six without a point, and all the results following that came their way, and Afghanistan qualified for the 2019 Cricket World Cup. That is true, but I think over here there is one more option. Yes, if West Indies have all the results for them and other sides fall their way, and because this drama with the Asia Cup and the ICC Cricket World Cup, it just doesn't end. It is an absolute embarrassment for world cricket. And now, I'm sorry, the blame is on Pakistan. The blame is now fully on Pakistan, because once everything was set, once everything was agreed upon, the rumors was that you're going to have a new PCB head who apparently disagrees with all of the hard work and all of the resolutions and all of the negotiations and the compromise deals, and the solutions to the problem Najam Sethi worked so hard for. The new guy says no. Okay, what's going to happen? Okay, listen, you're not going to back India into a corner. Okay, they say that, okay, we will do whatever you want and we don't need any negotiations. No, you're not going to back India into a corner. You're going to compromise with them, but you're not going to back BCCI into a corner, and you're not going to basically blackmail them for anything. I don't know, the best you can do, and Najam Sethi did this. You can negotiate with them because you have some negotiation chips on your table. You don't have blackmailing chips on your table. Anyways, one scenario, what's going to happen is that Pakistan are not going to be invited into the World Cup. But the schedule is set for a 10-team tournament. So what's possibly going to happen if Pakistan are not allowed to enter the World Cup, or if Pakistan don't show up? I believe there are going to be 3 associate nations, or 3 nations rather, from the World Cup qualifiers. If this happens, mark my words, I have a very strong feeling West Indies, Sri Lanka, and Zimbabwe are the 3 teams that are going to make it. So let us see what happens. It's an absolute embarrassment for West Indies cricket, and that line sums it up. How are you going to draw a gal watching West Indies? They think you're crazy. You know who you are, who taught me this, so thanks a lot for that. It's your boy Tanveer Sai, the Bengal Dragon, signing out. Make sure to hit that like, subscribe, and bell notification button.